Hello and welcome to all our listeners and viewers. This is Radio Entrepreneurs. I'm your host today, Phil Sharkey of my company, The Higher Authority, and I have a great pleasure. I'm really excited to speak with Anna Maria Jipa. Did I pronounce that correct, Anna?
Yeah, that's
Uh,
correct.
Outstanding. And I do see here the co-founder and CEO of Olyn. And I was reading your background here, and it sounds very interesting. I'm very interested to have our conversation. So tell me, what is Olyn, and tell our listeners out there what does that entail? What is your company all about?
Well, Olin is what others will understand in the technology world, the Shopify for filmmakers. Basically, a platform that enables filmmakers to go direct to audience, own the data, build communities around it. But in a nutshell, it is the solution for also viewers to have access to more broad optionalities in terms of films.
Excellent. And how did this come to be, Anna? What led you to this co-founding this business? What was your history leading up to this?
Well, Phil, thank you for asking. And in fact, the journey of Olin has been really diverse. And, when you're in the industry, you realize a little bit here and there. So, coming from the startup world, we have a lot of tools out there that enables us to progress from having the financials very sort of ordered, and then like being able to go direct to audience if I come up with a product that Shopify has been doing. But in the entertainment industry, it seems like there is a huge gap, and filmmakers don't have this tendency to think like entrepreneurs, nor there is a lot of tools for them to do such.
Right.
And coming from the payments industry and having worked also for venture capital in the past and having been spent a lot of time in San Francisco, and since 2011, it's been quite of a wave of evolving and how tech has changed our lives. It was
Yeah.
really surprising to see that there's no such options for the film industry and entertainment. And with that in mind, and as I said, coming from payments, we realized, well, like there's no much understanding of a filmmaker as a merchant and the film as a product and each view as a unit. And in those terms, we started evolving the company based more on their needs and having a very close conversation with them. And I believe that one of the things that sort of like put a lot of, I would say, attention around what we've been building, it was most probably because the amazing team behind and the talent of responding really quick to challenges that have been present in the journey of our startup.
So Anna, tell me again, you were just answering about what an ideal client and what works for you and for your business platform.
So currently, we have from studios, big studios, to blockbuster movies, to mid-tier, to very independent filmmakers that have recorded a film with their cameras in high quality. Surprisingly, it will be like you will be surprised the type of quality of films that are out there made through independent filmmakers. So, but I will use an example. We have a studio that they sold their rights to Amazon Prime in UK, and through our platform, they can geo-block UK and go direct to audience by using Olin for the rest of the world. And for them, this use case works perfectly because the scenario gives them the freedom to approach the audiences while also having the flexibility to sell their rights through other streamers. And we always think that because Olin exists, we bring more tools into the game, and like we put a lot in their favor for them to have options besides just like, waiting for the opportunity to come to them and have to basically rely on streamers picking their work. And
Sure.
with that in mind, for us, like it's been incredible journey to see that like films that really resonate with their audiences would have never do so in a world of YouTube or Vimeo precisely because the crowdness of it. But we have
Right.
this system network effects, which has brought a big, I would say, thing into the game of sharing versus algorithm recommendations.
Yeah, it seems like with the end of the social media platforms out there, and people can reach right to their customers so much quicker and easier. Is there a certain geographic area that you focus on? I know, is it West Coast? Is it anywhere in the world? Where do you look
We're
for your business?
We're a US based company, but our product serves globally. So we have filmmakers from Europe, we have from Africa, we have from South America, we have US films, and basically it's they're like they always have a niche of an audience. We have a film from Romania that speaks about the founding father, and there's all diaspora of Romania buying it. Then and like what we understand is they know at best where their audience is. We are just like the underlying platforms enabling them to go global from day one if they wish so.
Outstanding. I said, and then tell me, what do you feel is your competitive edge in this field? Do you have a lot of competition? Is it something that you sort of embraced on that you're sort of unique? What sets you apart, would you say?
I would say like there are players that are starting realizing on the same line. I would say like there's Bingeable that are doing it purely and 100% in the Web3 blockchain crypto area. But I will call it more a competition because there's so much to be built in this space and like technology hasn't been really present for like what it's called the disruption of Hollywood. And competition in the sense, for example, there's Kinema or like Seed and Spark, like these guys that are players that help you crowdfund or help you go through a theatric release. So I think like we're somewhere in between. When I say competition, is because even though there might seem a little overlap, we definitely complement each other by working together to like to finish the funnel from you going out with a movie until like you reach your audience. And we're somewhere where we help you with all the technology behind for you to go direct to consumer without having to build all that tech stack on your own. Yet we have to partner as much as possible with other players so the exposure of your film it's less effort and it happens in a no time base.
It makes total sense to me for sure. Anna, tell me about your team. Is there a large team that you have? It seems like you're a pleasure to deal with. Do you handle a lot of the negotiations or the back and forth with the clients? How does that all work?
So we're still a startup. We're a team of 16 people full time, spread all over the world, and four co-founders with different backgrounds that like bring a lot of huge know-how. That's why, and also like a set of advisors that position us for the big game. And it feels really natural the conversations that we've been having, considering like it's a whole industry to disrupt. But I will say 100% the team that you work with, it's completely the key because there's so much to take at stake that like if you rely on the team and you trust that they're the best that you could be working with, everything becomes really easy.
So true. I feel the exact same way. So where do you see the enterprise in the next 3 to 5 years? So many changes, Anna, since COVID even, what do you see the future? What do you forecast for your business?
So I think the amount of quality movies it's going to increase by far. The budgets are going to reduce because like all possibilities that AI enables. Also the variety and diversity it's been increasing. Like we very used to sensational content, but still we want to be surprised by something like opens up our minds and so that sort of like the enrichment category and accessibility to audience, it's gonna be more and more. Like I was surprised and shocked to see how many movies by attending Cannes Film Festival, Tribeca, how many films they actually don't reach their audience and never see the light.
Yeah.
No, it's been a lot of work put in, and the filmmaker today thinks more of it like as I'm building a curriculum versus no, people need to see it. And one of my favorite films never be are not streamed anywhere, and they're like quite niche cultural and a little more like intellectual, I would say. I think the viewer preference is changing, and with it, the trends have changed. Like, there's so much innovation and a lot happening for to produce a movie that like the distribution is what it fell short and hasn't innovated much. And we believe that in the next 2 to 5 years, more and more market is going to unlock, and more market opportunity is going to be created where I am as powerful as Netflix to promote a movie and make noise about it. Not so much depending on a catalog algorithm. I think there are going to be many more catalogs out there, but the
Yeah.
accessibility and the easy ways to access the movie, it's the most important first step to approach.
It sounds like a very exciting time for sure, and I can see the opportunities that would be out there. So I do want to remind everyone we've been speaking with Anna Maria Jipa, who's the co-founder and CEO of Olyn. Anna, if our listeners were looking to get in touch with you regarding what we went over today, how would they reach you? How do people find you?
Absolutely. So my email Anna@olyn.com, ANA, and please, like, through LinkedIn, Anna, Jipa, Jipa. Also, if want to get in touch with our team, like info@olyn.com, and please, like, expecting as much feedback and support as possible in this journey.
That sounds great. And listen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for being on the show today. Really appreciate you joining us for this interview. In fact, I hope you return sometime and give us a future update to let us know how things have progressed for you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Phil. Thank you for having. It's been an honor.
Thanks so much. We'll be back with more stories on Radio Entrepreneurs.